Hello everyone, it's Erui, and I'm going to play a new game which is Great Ace Attorney. And I did play the first Ace Attorney trilogy, and I'm going to play the let's say it's prequel, yeah, the prequel to it, and we're going to start with the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. Now let's begin.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Oh. Uh, no, someone got murdered.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
And it's our character who killed? Ooh, episode 1, the picture of the great departure. Okay. To November 8 a.m. Oh, wait. Can I like how do you oh my god. Should I can I just on and off? Okay. Let's go back, yes. History. Okay, that is need to check the control. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to these quiet little chambers is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Really? What? Oh, no, nothing. Severe Blair's murderer. Sorry. Yunosuke. Oh, okay. My name is Yunosuke Naruhodo. I am a second year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident, sorry. And now here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man lawyers. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to threaten him as criminal. So you will hold tongue. Oh, technicalities, look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. Wait, British, huh? And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right, Ryunosuke? Oh, yes, of course, sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Ha 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 ha. There you go again. Apologizing. Just like always. Uh, though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in a cold blood by student. But that obviously you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. Uh, I could never murder someone. There's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean? I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Kazuma Asuki, my best friend, also in his second year at Yume University. Oh, their friend. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive. Oh wait, that's too fast. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old here in Japan anyway. My qualifications don't mean much yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Okay. Yes, that's when all this started. And it's a flashback. Say. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. So you'll be presenting Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in this university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. It's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura blowing around his temple. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire? I wish I could see it too. Come with me. We have wild times learning up the streets of Her Majesty's seats of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear. Look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. A good idea. After all, it's not every day that you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Okay. Oh, yeah, it was straight after that. That's when it happened. Oh, yo. How do I make this sound? Oh, Azuki, may I have a word? Oh yeah, okay, that's I guess a bit spot on. Okay. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has a personal significance to me. Never mind that for now, Azuki. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency chambers? Why? He was looking for you there before. You advocating for the defense, and this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. You see, I'll go and instead. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Yusuke. I'll see you in court. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. Oh, this is awkward. If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. You also be Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikutoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yumi University. Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Matsuki has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. But as such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asugi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that the permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I have the feeling Asugi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me knowing that if he fails, his dream will be shattered? But I don't... sorry. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large numbers of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear, I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the first trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusation brought before you? Of course not. The defendant, court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Ah, you seem our superstitious discussion are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Zuma Asoki must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as a defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. I have to do reading sheet. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Katsuma's dream of studying abroad and over, and what's more, I will be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lays ahead, I embark on the unforgettable trial. My one and only chance proving my innocence, the trial that will decide my destiny. To November 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature Court 2. Oh, so this is a courtroom. Ah, the Supreme Court of Judicature. Judicature? No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in here. The powers that behave demanded that this be a strict trial. A secret trial? A secret trial that choose to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time, but for now, you need to concentrate, Shinosuke. It's about to begin. Ah. Wow. It's that guy. The court will... Uh, Majesty, Majesty. The court will be now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
And the prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
Us in defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a chance of advocate. That's right, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided to this mild trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I'm obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? does question Professor Ann. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Sorry, let's get to it. Your Excellency, your confirmation is not. As I'm standing here beside you,
Yes!
wait, what? Yes. What the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I'm Yonosuke Naruto will defending myself. You'll be what? Who are you playing at, Yonosuke? Professor Megatobe told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dream of studying abroad will be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't even have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? No, it's not that really. Just that. Well, on the off chance that things didn't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you. Yes. I knew that's how you feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikutoba should have stuck his nose. Oh. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well. Does the accused admit to defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Objection!
Objection. So, make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent. He's so confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my minds are completely blank. I realize you're in charge, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought for the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear? Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the last task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? Is question your ability to do the job. Well, that can't be questioning it more than I am. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes. Kindly state before the court of the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I heard his name more times than I care to remember. Wait. I'm so nervous. I can't even remember that. What was it again? Yonosuke. Let me guess. Mine's got black. You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record press of the. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press E for the court record. Alright, there's no time to lose. Okay, let's press E then. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try to switch to people instead with E. You'll find details with the victim in here. That's what done. Just press Z to so remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in court records. No, you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the section of the court and then press R to present right now. Okay, Jauchi says we have little law for the changes to cultural reformation is brought back. The victim of this case, he was a visiting professor of medicine in British Empire, John H. Wilson. Press R to present it.
Yes!
Yes. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
Well, at least you can remember the name of the esteemed member of your own university.
Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yuma University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiation. There can be anyone who hasn't heard of Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigations.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, blood of an Englishman has been spilled on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yumi University, are you not? Barbering a professor from the very institute that provides your education. If you have no honor,
But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for the speedy resolution of this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting English policy makers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities in it. Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and British won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look, at the time, I better be going. Alright, see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea after all. It's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. British Empire. Wow. It's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at the university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello to him. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, offended Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death? Well, obviously that is... No, that's okay. Remember that court every assertion must be backed by evidence. By evidence? But how? Find a piece of evidence that showed the professor cause of death. Select president. We know. Was it a report or a... Yes. President.
Yes!
Yes. Well... According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death to the gunshot wound.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In doing this, the doctor dissect the corpse to identify the cause of death. Autopsy. But here in Japan, police officer merely inspect body without conclusion that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later.
So, this so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. Clearly certain scorch marks around the bullets, all produced by the gunpowder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Thank you, counsel. Now, the court will accept this onerous scientific evidence into the record. The photographic print of the victim has been sent and entered into the court report. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible.
Oh, very well. I'm satisfied with your answer. Let us start of the trial.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls in first witness who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
Uh, 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 this is it then?
Oh, I don't think I will have worked out.
What the professor had in mind? The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes, clearly you're in the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean. Well, I can still act as your assistant. Of course. When he was speaking with me earlier, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Um,
It really has mistaken his or
it hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me will be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is read that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you read in that crazy headband and control the cold stare first. Oh, uh, uh,
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
yes, of course. My name is Satori Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at the Western style restaurant called La Caverneval. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some. Er. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, it really should.
As you know, the capital southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate the overseas guests. These grim crowds occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurant. Occidental Erui 3 days ago.
understood. Also, on the side, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
At once, sir.
Ah, no petty interjection from an aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? It was just for 2 a.m. The day in the question. We have few diners at the time of the day.
Yeah, certainly. Yes, certainly. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery.
Gunshot rang out, so I've hurried out to the dining area to see what has happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman slumped in his chair.
I said him beside him, but in his hand was the his university student.
And Sled, standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes!
Hold on, let me just clarify something here. Well, I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor. I didn't shoot him.
Objection!
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjection. The court wishes to listen to the witness' report of what he saw. A major.
But
Next time you interrupt an appropriate time will be penalized. The next you interrupt the appropriate time, you will be penalized. With it, Naruhodo.
don't worry, Rinosuke. You'll have the chance to fight back. But for now, we must be quietly listening to the victims.
If I may,
If I need to confirm one point, waiter, standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we've seen here in court today. Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone who was standing beside the victim?
No. Therefore, no, as around as well is
There was no one else around the table but the deceased policeman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did you say? There was no one around the table? What's the matter, Yunosuke? That's just not right. When I was over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have been missed. I've been worried about the induction, but still, what should I do?
Yes!
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson was alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting in with him at the same table.
Objection!
Dear me, dear me, what are we going to do with you? Your blatant disregard for court preceding. I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a friend. Could be that accusation? This merely student is not a real lawyer after all. But I'm sure what I saw. Hosogawa-san, is there any chance you mistaken? Perhaps your memory of the event is hazy? No. The deceased gentleman of the gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan for the restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you like to. That's right. That's right. I'm afraid I used to play the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take his plan and add it to the courtroom. The court as evidence. Oh, well. Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court office at once. Of course. Here you are. What was that? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Suddenly seems to have shaken him. He's been scarred, he's been entered the court.
So, this court has now heard the precise of case.
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard, and the restaurant. The only person in the close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we were looking at black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I call this witness as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case into the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean?
Well,
I'm going to find guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everybody keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, but these peculiarities. You said it, Professor Mikutoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I was from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, by knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then the defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Yunosuke. The defense plead not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Indeed. Prosecutor Auchi, please continue with proceedings.
well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
Ugh.
In a few short moments from now, the dumbstruck youth mouth of yours will be silent forever. The prosecution calls it next witnesses.
Very well, officer. Bring forth the witness at once. Oh, it's quite long. Oh my god.
Witness, kindly state your names and occupation for the card.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Yesa Nosa reporting for duty, sir.
Myself, unemployed as a purveyor of fine articles of antique from overseas of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premise in the 2nd District, Yurio Koruketa, at your service. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
The birds of this gentleman were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be in dinners at the other table in the way they're mentioned.
Myself, habitually take a tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post noon, and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the career of which will I make my business.
Okay, I can understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and try to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Right, I see.
Although, to be honest, That sergeant looks more like he'd be seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of the most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative.
The enemy on the unit was seen attacking the government in what could be described as an act of war, sir. There was a black uniform rogue infantry over there who unloaded his firearms, sir.
This man is impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening? The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment he shot the victim dead.
Yes.
Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment at the incident occurred.
Yes, sir. Standing by the ready to report, sir.
Unsavory memories of a more academic afternoon. Oh, okay. What the witness saw?
I saw investigator earlier shoot beef stick at the restaurant while having a technical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden career to the military gentleman.
At the precise moment a firearm was discharged, I observed the enemy's action with my own eyes. The black uniform first indicated fire on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little whistle.
I was on the hands of my knees. Investigation to whereabouts of my mysteriously sounded the pressure crucial. Well, so you, Sergeant Osa, actually witnessed the final moment. You saw the split second when the defender fired the weapon at the victim.
Yes, sir. As affirmative, sir. The victim, a university cadet, sir. The crew and the unforgettable enemy.
What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad daylight light of day.
But these are ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone.
Is that really true, Hirosuke?
Yes. All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor.
After I said hello to Dr. Watson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then when I finished, I go up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down and just was picking it up. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. But somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to what that criminal was.
There is?
Yonosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses.
Cross-examine?
Do it now.
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testament of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It's time to bring the despicable student to justice.
Certainly, the testimony from court has just heard eliminates the vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave
Yes!
duty. Oh, yes, okay, I am. When name of emperor is the meaning of this outburst?
I am, I mean, the defense. The match it rights to cross-examination.
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
The prosecution objects. There is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously had no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
Objection. The defense is asserting its right to cross-examination. Whether or not you think he is capable of is irrelevant. Kazuma is so commanding.
Very well. Let the defense conduct cross-examination of the witnesses.
Alright, this is where the battle finally gets Shinosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in cross-examination.
Isn't it obvious you have to expose the lies in the witness statements?
How?
You didn't fire the gun, which means that soldiers said it had to be lie.
Well, yes, but
It's just a case proving it, and the key to doing it is evidence.
right, evidence.
All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that prevent the witnesses to prove that the witness is lying. Now let's go, Yonosuke. Don't let them beat you.
Alright then, it's all or nothing. Alright, it's all or nothing. But the witness saw suggesting a regulation beef steak at a restaurant while having a conversation with the old man. As I was extolling the virtue of particularly fine golden curio at the military gentleman. At the precise moment the fire was discharged, I observed the enemy's action with my own eyes. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian and from the back cowardly little whistle. I saw my hand and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysterious founded precious curio. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Listen, Yonosuke. We know there are lies lurking in these statements that be exposed. I understand that. The question is how? Like I said before, the key of this is using evidence that you've collected. You can examine the present evidence while witnessing given testimony by pressing E. Go through each witness statement and the details about each piece of evidence and compare all the facts. Somewhere in there, you'll find something that doesn't add up. In other words, inconsistency. It's consistency. Consistency. When you'll find a statement or a piece of evidence seem to contradict each other, resolve your evidence with R and strip the witness apart. Just be careful, because if you assert a contradiction that has no basis, will be given a penalty. If you dealt too many penalties, the defense case will fall apart, and
you'll receive guilty verdict. So that's it. Peruse the evidence in the court record and find an inconsistency where the witnessed it. Alright, I'll give it a try. I can bear the witness's statement over and over again as many times you like. So keep your head and be moisturous in your tank. Good luck, partner. Okay. Just a little on the back. Oh, magnifying glass. Okay, that's cool. Oh man, itself. The back, aha. You got shot
Yes!
front. What's up?
Oh, what are you playing at, Kenneth? What the meaning of this subordination? Stress some of every prints in my mustache.
Inconsistency, sir? I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here.
What a nonsense! What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
I think this proved beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
This is frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma? What?
What are you talking about?
It's apparent from single glance of the photographic prints presented by the facts that there's a second discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What?
The sergeant's yes sir, no sir. Yes sir, what sir?
The statement you just made was this. A black university cadet fired on the hull and the black university cadet fires on the English civilian and from the back the cowardly little whistle.
Yes sir, affirmative sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military great eyes, sir.
Yes!
But no, that just can't be.
Why not? Cannot.
Because take a look at the print. If the doctors die from bullet wound to the chest. That's obvious disparity here. Well, how do you explain it?
Well, her. What the? What is that? Something just popped up from behind his back when he's push it down again?
Certainly, there's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. You know, agree, Sergeant Osa.
Yes, sir. This answer that will appear to be indisputable. At the moment I heard the fire start me, I swear. Permanent fix on the Dutch just like Colonel Stixer. What?
The last testimony for the court has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Yosanosa, did not see the defendant fire a gun at all. There's no play for obstruction here in this current courtroom. This week of return water removed trial just for one disparity.
Wow, this is so long, bro. This one is not just fell off, but I definitely saw him. The unit second that there is pointing at the fire absolutely effective.
Yes!
The fire gun, but it's gun from the floor. You old man, you can see the woman with it.
What's your ear?
Must have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was not fair. Too busy on the floor.
Two is on the floor. Sorry, what are you doing?
Anti-professor.
Sure.
Indeed, the Hoiner Akuban, the priest coin. On each occasion when I visit the restaurant, it's in my habit to place in my bosom pockets a particular drink that enters from my shop, Rasude.
The whole of meeting original away from you.
On the gravity, I was the only one to man a part of my whole organization. Variable versus a Raj fan, and you know, another person with a little after. Oh my god, I can't make it, but it's too long. Then, averting my eyes over this moment, Martin vanish, the Cuban vanish. Disable. Gunshot. Did I did. Only finding my absence. Nothing to strike me. Interest. Find a coin in the end. No. Okay. Let's see. That lemon today. The precious koi kuban was lost to me. Scrubs just pocketed the prize coin for himself. Where Swift Bonus provide sign for agreement to the of no. Alas, sorry, running that succeed. The tiger program with Fun Wolf back. When this have further mission to make, explain, during statement, very clear. This one person should have committed. This units hurt. What? You is the well, I this can behind.
think someone disorder, I think. Definitely there must be members na sa family. I do, baby. That's cute. The baby's so cute. Okay, Pennywise was someone maneuver his charge of the thing. Yes, pointing his gun at a foreign maid was the young lad language. So did see. Roman official servers at the time really were the only ones present. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman, learning all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet would have dispatched over and out. Okay.
Yes!
Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of this starburst on me. There was a woman, a young woman, at the stable. Seen her, the from us have seen her.
Objection!
Was a layer that you will respect the role of courts. Suddenly, we're on the citizen. Yeah. Ah, moon. Graphic is fact. This sex. Let's do that someone. Dwarfs, explode, suffer, swars, moment came. Okay, this episode one is really dialogue heavy. Oh, Kazuma. Oh my god. So many dialogue. Sell. Like that. Okay. Percentage go down. Yes. I'm just gonna press every time.
Yes!
Suppose.
Objection!
Ah, check. Been going on time and time again for growing colors in my ears.
And yet no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of these women.
Only the at the time. Someone was noticed her. Fortunately, it was already past when it happened. The quiet time between La Junior and Anna was wrong. Oh, what's the best homes? What did you expect?
Certainly it took them. I didn't hear on their term of time to eat. I wonder if there's a reason why he was eating at the time of the day and why he was alone.
Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason.
There was?
This was found in the victim's jacket pocket.
What is that, Counsel?
It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
Contact clinic. Yes, there will indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19 November, 20 past 1 p.m.
The very day of the incident.
So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case.
I wonder, what do you think, Yunosuke? Well, it is hard to see. Could be related, really.
Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court records and everything will be useful.
Yeah, sure.
Yes!
If I may, I'd like to ask for the medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds?
Of course, so witness explanation will be extraneous, not to mention the victim's movement prior to his arrival. Distortion are no.
Objection!
Whether or not they are concerned is up to us to decide, and the right checks for all possible avenues.
Beg your pardon?
You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. Court will grant the defense request.
Young these days are forever asserting their rights. It's also disturbing trend.
Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report to the court record.
Okay. Let's see clues. Things roll first. Right. I hear you.
You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival every for you. Or perhaps you'd forgotten that this witness testimonies had left no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused or with the sun.
In the alone, he was Englishman standing all by himself.
Let's see the U. Right. This right.
Pocket.
Yes!
Shit. Oh, I already did this. Okay, yep. That. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes that much. I can say that I bring annual disparity to light. I won't be so sure. Let's see the report that you got for. Oh yeah, you mean this? Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence, so perhaps we should examine it a little more detail. How exactly? Some piece of evidence examine. So, look at this question. Okay, yeah. Finish all that shit. Move the cursor around. Okay. Okay, let's see. This medical parts issue quite some time ago. Probably for laughter. That's why I become the doctor I made. Can imagine going to a doctor again. As long as I'm alive, I never consulted one. Well, if you were dead, there'd be no good, so you don't like doctors then. Why would I? They make you drink horrible testing medicine. They give you painful injections, and then they say demands a lot of money from you for the privilege. All when you're at your lowest ebb. You sound like a model patient. The bad case of stubborn illness, for which the only cure is very bitter medicine indeed. That's it. Says the clinic on a medical reports card. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only colds I ever had in my life. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arms. I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life. Most people would give their right arms who had only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illness like that. It's people looking for clues. They don't want to miss anything. It's nice. Have a look to some kind of medical history. Ah, there's an entry from the day of the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It will seem so. Just before the incident, he had bad tooth removed. Perhaps they use laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. There's a cautionary note for the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drinks beside water for 3 hours post procedure until anesthesia effects have passed. Really? So anesthesia worth bearing in mind. Oh yeah, what the hell? Yeah, you can eat it then. Definitely. Let's see. Some discharge of the same thing as was. Aha! Daniel all by himself. Present. With this. You can eat. Come on, man. With a Z-back. Press.
Yes!
Boom. Well, I take what are you returning? So like, I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Yunosuke, everyone stumbles on their words occasionally under the circumstances. I won't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I could see it quite clearly in the day's cross-mission just carried out. And you raise your hand straight up like that, so purposefully. You knew exactly what you want to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the advice. Rikuta-san, this is a medical report card belongs to the victim. Oh, I see. I know what to see. What's a bit more? Only what is written on the report card with your witness statement. Something really doesn't add up.
Objection!
Dear me, have you forgotten my words, son, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt court proceeding with your amateurish drivel.
But
Let's see if I can explain in my words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant.
but that's remember, Yunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your points.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There's surely no need to prolong this trial further. This witness testimony the court has heard have been clear and conscious. Besides, this medical report card has no bearings on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else beside this failed
Skip me. This medical report card has nothing to do with this case? Do you really believe that?
What? That was all petrify me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hoto Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is it supposed to mean something to me?
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What is this called? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating,
Who are you saying that? Oh, no, the tree. So what?
It's all written up here. No food, drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No, that can't.
Kurikuta-san. Oh, what, boy, what? As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. Oh no. Additionally,
There's more?
you have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But it cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, had just one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Expertly done, partner. Let's go. Progress.
Objection!
What is this nonsense, you little upstart? Those are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very disparity we're talking about. Or can you follow the logic?
How dare you?
I think it's fair to say that tables in this restaurant case have turned. Would you agree, Yunosuke? Yes, most definitely. So, having just undergone something, surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beefsteak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. Assuming,
I skip that. Oh, that's me, doesn't it?
right, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of the turning of this trial around. Show them what you're made of.
I got it. So,
the person eating the steak and the victim must have been the victim itself, me, two, it's yet unknown third party, of course. Obviously, it can always be someone else who was sitting.
Objection!
You will not let us go, will you? There was no such person.
Yes!
There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have a way with some half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Kazuma,
Are you insane? You'll take on the government?
don't worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you.
What do you mean?
I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand. Whoa. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated the evidence that the victim was not alone. So if it now turns out the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies,
Mr. Maruis?
Obviously, you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder?
No.
Let's go. Progress, progress.
Negative. There is a general detective meeting. Good job following orders.
That's right, as the book says. Just so you never saw the other woman that there for us.
Huh?
Oh,
What? What did you just say, Korikuta-san?
no, nothing.
So you were just following orders.
Now hold on, lad. I was,
Say you never saw the gentlewoman. When you say the gentlewoman, did you mean you saw the victim with the lady from overseas? What?
Objection!
What the meaning of all these witnesses give false statements? Is this true, your pair?
Two pair.
just one. I just was able.
Salvatong.
Order, counsel. Explain what's going on here.
It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth.
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
Then who's behind this? Who tried to keep your mouth shut?
Well,
Let's classify. So you're just tried as conspirator for this murder, are you?
you
This can be heaven.
You know, it's okay. Judging from the way they reacted to this, I say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe in LG had any idea about this. But it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose? Well, aliens who might be behind this? If we can affirm this will try to silence the witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, we need evidence before we make any firm accusations. If that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power there. But how? How can we possibly remember how we made progress before? We examined this bill of everything in order to tell found this result. Oh, yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure that there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose.
I want answer. If it's proven that this witnesses has been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I have no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I do nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about all this?
Well,
Your Excellency?
I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shut out the first thing that comes to my head. It's gonna be the military. I have the execution witnesses. Thing. Ooh. Him? Way he was so familiar. Necessary influence. Him then, I guess.
Yes!
Your eyes. There's so many courtrooms beautiful defense you. Oh, maybe you will.
Your eyes. Christ, man, it's just to give her my shot next time, too. I might have to use the fizz and describe the shit manually. So, with me. Alright, I get angry. Wait, now that I think about it, there might be something. Him then, right?
Yes!
Yeah, I mean, it's still weird though. Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosanagi-san.
Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier.
Attention!
Poppycock. What possible reason would the waiter have to make this witness to give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
For once, I would agree with you. If that is the man truly were a waiter.
What? If he truly were?
Come on, Yunosuke, time to hit this court with the truth. True, but Satoru Hosonaga real evidence are proven by this evidence. This thing, business card. Well, that's unexpected, but is it true? Do you see it? This is name here, Satoru Hosonaga. Oh, well, yes, business card then to show me the person name that's of it's not a name that's unexpected. It's his job title. His job? Oh, Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Emerald Golden Bureau? Inspector, what on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, police have a lot of power influence. They were within somehow here. Okay, haha. Definitely.
It's supposed to show the relative position of everything in the moment before the pollination. But there's no such shown when you saw him there.
Exactly. That's not all. Look here in the upper left, there's a kitchen.
Oh yes.
By the way, no one would use those complicated characters to write kitchen, especially if they were in a hurry.
You mean you don't remember this character yourself, don't you? Study harder, Yunosuke.
Okay. Present this one then. Is this present?
Yes!
The play of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree, it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything.
Sorry, Your Excellency, but the back of the card. It's back on the back of the card. That's of interest.
I beg your pardon?
Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes, the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is.
Will somebody explain what this overexcited student is trying to say?
Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant, the reverse side of his business card. The rounded business card reveals the man in question profession, his true profession.
With this profession? But that's surely... Good gracious!
That's right, Your Excellency. The court reads Chief Inspector Primary Criminal Investigation Division Imperial Office Bureau.
What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't really heard of any of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power, as far as the regular civilians are concerned. So the witness there is in stand. Was in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well,
Inspector Hosonaga? He's back. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to zoom in sketch it as even unless it was a possibility.
you couldn't explain it.
Okay, it's just a flashback. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. He strives to carry out all his values flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I must have just got distracted when I made the sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So,
You mean to say you are a detective?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Of course, your salary must be. Okay, your salary. I was working undercover. Straight up. I was working undercover. Undercover? Yes, there has been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter working undercover. Incident at the restaurant? What kind of incident? There will be a classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well, Inspector Kosunaga, but you will elaborate on the one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have heard a new information from the two witnesses beside you. At the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you will also have been aware of this person's presence, having a served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you require these witnesses to be in agreement. Will that be correct? Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable. Was always suspected. Bang! As soon as I started the cashier, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. Will the truth come out? They immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was said that I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say? Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman present at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But what if this Englishwoman was the killer? I think it will be best for his interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of this relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. The Englishman has been murdered on our soil to name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect. Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Panther woman in this case. But if it's not right. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? The Yumi University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, student in the medical faculty's research laboratory. It's a young English woman. What? You're sure, man. I guess you were chosen candidate for the officer's study tour. You mean when I was removed from the scene of the crime, I thought it was prudent to check her identity first. The court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was certain Miss Zelis something. Miss India is a sworn student studying at the research laboratory at the University Medical Faculty.
What's happening here?
Amid that, the from the police bureau erased all evidence of delayed present the scene. In order these witnesses to make no mention of their testimonies. It's made up to yours and decide how to deal with this situation.
Very well, my thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented on the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise, namely that the victim was standing alone. However, as we have now discovered, the premise is false. It won't be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Objection!
But Your Excellency, the women missing the noon deadline of ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our government will surely be displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other influence of proceeding of my courtroom.
Uh,
Inspector Hosunaga,
Sir,
you will locate the Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
that was your excellency.
but that means you'll be going to get special orders you were given from the police bureau.
As I said before, this might benefit to carry out our investigation flawlessly. So, it won't be a problem. Nothing will get in my way.
Court will be adjourned briefly. The prosecution must call the instrument Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Your Excellency.
Good, then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
Yes, okay, okay. Save it. Okay. Well, I think that's it for this. The part one again. In the next part, we're going to finish it. It's been like 2 hours, I think, only just in this one episode, so that's quite long. Well, anyway, see you guys in the next part. Bye.